The Green New Deal is an absolute failure and an embarrassment to American politics. And now the Democrats are trying to lie to you. Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love. Hey, what's up everybody? Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever it is, wherever you are, welcome to my channel where we have the discussion. So, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has been supporting and touting the claims that the Green New Deal would save the planet. It would, according to the deal, eliminate all 100% of carbon emissions by 2030. 10 years. That in of itself is absurd sounding. But it would also eliminate all cars to this end, all planes to this end, and replace them with high-speed trains in 10 years. We're going to build an infrastructure of train systems, high-speed train systems in 10 years. Okay? Also, it would tear down every single building in the United States and rebuild it to a new code to eliminate carbon emissions. That would mean your house, your apartment complex, your business, that McDonald's that you visit down the street every day, and you wouldn't even have a choice. It would be law. You would have to do it. Also, it would devote land greater than the size of California to renewable energy, even though technology is not there yet. Renewable energy, such as solar and wind, is not efficient enough to supply the electricity that we need in order to run our country. Also, it would kill all the cows in the United States, because they are one of the greatest sources of greenhouse gases, is the methane gas produced out of the back end of a cow. Another thing in the bill is that it would pay a wage to anybody that is unwilling to work. Now, they tried to back it up a little bit and claim that, no, the bill was actually saying that coal miners and people like that the Green New Deal would put out of work if they didn't want to slide over to another job sector, another type or style of job, that it would pay their wage. But the actual bill itself is so vague that basically anybody who didn't want to work would be paid for by the government. So imagine, if you will, that you live in a community, and it's a small community, and you have every kind of person there. You have workers, but you also have lazy people, because let's face it, not everybody's a worker. We all have lazy people. We all know lazy people. They exist. They're out there. Now, let's say that you're one of the higher wage earners. Guess what? Your wages would be garnished at a certain point with taxes. You would pay taxes, so that way your wages would come down and everybody's wages would be about equal. And your wages would be going to pay Joe Schmo down the street that doesn't want to work. And what does this make? This makes the idea of, hey, why would I even work if I'm going to be paid for anyways? Why bother? If I can eat and I can sleep and I can not have to work, why would I work? It's this whole thing is just absolutely absolutely absurd. So Robert Hockett, this gentleman right here, went on Tucker Carlson's show, this gentleman right here, and he was so embarrassed that he was trying to blame the other party for saying that this deal had all these points that I mentioned in it, and that their deal had nothing to do with it. Let's play the clip.
All of the details have been ironed out as of tonight, and that's why we're grateful that Robert Hockett is here. He's a law professor at Cornell. He's advising Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez on the Green New Deal, and he joins us. Professor, thanks very much for coming on. So
thanks,
can I just ask the obvious question? Why would we ever pay people who are, quote, unwilling to work?
We never would, right? And AOC has never said anything like that, right? I think you're referring to some sort of document that some doctored document that somebody other than us has been circulating.
Oh, I thought that came right from her. That was in the background or from her office, is my understanding.
No. She's actually tweeted it out to laugh at it. If you look at her latest tweets, it seems that apparently some Republicans have put it out there. I don't know the details.
Good. Well, then thank you for correcting me. I mean, because it was like...
Okay, did you see that? He tried to say that this was a Republican ploy against the Democrats and that it was made up by the Democrats. That's not their bill. Now, he did have to go back later and apologize because it was in their deal. He was trying to say, oh, no, I was talking about a different deal when I said that wasn't in our deal. Okay, now, wait a second. You're advising Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez on the Green New Deal. How is it that you mistook it? No. Let me call a spade a spade. You lied. You lied to the American people. All your credibility is done. You're done. I just the absurdity of this whole situation. And now the Democrats are trying to roll it back so bad that they are deleting the fact sheet. On their website, the fact sheet no longer exists. There's nothing there. And then they tried to say that, oh, well, this Green New Deal was something that was the one that you guys saw on the fact sheet was an old deal. We had a revised one. We just put up and posted the wrong fact sheet. Fact sheet, in case you didn't know, means frequently asked questions, FAQ. Now, put yourself in their shoes. If you had released a fact sheet and everybody said, this is horrible, what do you mean? This doesn't make sense. First off, it's not possible. Second off, really? That's socialism. So, wouldn't you say, oh, wait a second, that was not the new one. That was an old one. We've revised it. Let's not let any confusion happen. Let's post this new one. Here's the new one. But we haven't seen a new one. Why? Because there is no new one. The idiocracy in the Green New Deal that we have heard of, that was the deal. They are lying to you. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is lying to you. I don't understand why she was even allowed to get into office. She only had something like 16,000 votes in a district that had something like 700,000 registered voters. She didn't exploit. She basically cheated. In a sense, she legally cheated. She used an exploit to beat her opponent, who thought that he couldn't lose, and so he didn't even campaign, but he lost. The Green New Deal, what a horrible disaster. But these are just my thoughts. This is a discussion. Is there anybody out there that supports the Green New Deal? Is there anybody out there that says the Green New Deal should be implemented? Do you believe that in 10 years we can make zero carbon emissions? Can we tear down every single building in the United States and rebuild it? And can we build a high-speed railway? What are we going to do with all the dead cows? Or are we just not going to kill them? We're just going to have a lot of barbecues and whatnot and slowly kind of kill them off. But can we kill all the cows in 10 years? And then all the cows? Wouldn't we want to leave at least a few alive? I mean, we don't want to erase another species off the planet Earth, do we? I don't know. Give me your thoughts on this. What do you think? All right, that's all I got. I will see you on the next one.